we go. I do believe we are live, so I'll say indeed, and greetings unto you, beloved and holy friends. Thank you for joining me again on another conscious evolution. Another opportunity for us to collectively generate human hope. Because that is what we are capable of. I'm going to quickly restart and come back. Sometimes that helps for image quality. Did that help? It might have. I'm going to check quickly so I can definitively know. It's not bad. It's not bad. Could be better. But, but this is fine. It's nice having you here, friend. I do hope you are doing well. Today's stream topic is going to be about hope. Yesterday's stream topic was about unity, about reminding ourselves that despite these circumstances we find ourselves within, that there is still reason for hope. There's still reason to stay united. There's still a lot of change to come. I'm sorry that I'm spazzing out a little bit. I'm trying to get this thing situated in a way where it's comfortable. But I don't know if there is going to be such a configuration, because I think this will be too high. It's fine. No, this is fine. This is okay. Breathe and exhale. Good. Yes. Again, yesterday's stream topic was about still being united, right? An acknowledgement that there is no separation, that all of us are on this planet together, still, despite our differences. And that in these differences, there is still reason for us to hope. Maybe not always, maybe not in every single person that you meet, but at the very least, there is. And I would like to pose today's stream topic almost from the perspective of encouraging you to be the hope. Hey, is that Malak? Malak Alasayed. Alasayed? I haven't seen your username here before, but I'm guessing you are here. Do you suffer from Alzheimer's? Whew! That's a loaded question right off the bat. I don't think I do, but I do have the genes to. Unfortunately, my grandmother passed from Alzheimer's about 5 years ago now, 4 years ago now. 4 years ago, my grandma passed because she did have Alzheimer's. So it has been something very, very much on my mind. It's been one of those things that I think about. I'm new to your channel. Nice to see you. Nice to have you here too, friend. Do subscribe. I do one of these live streams every day, quite literally. We have another friend saying, Jai Shri Ram. Namaste, dear friend. Thank you for joining us too. Same, I'm new. So many new friends. Subscribe up like this. Let me tell you why you're only seeing me now for the first time. I've been doing these live streams for a while now, about 1,407 days. I was gonna say it in years, but I think the days is a little bit more impactful. About 3 years I've been doing this, and I've been doing it on horizontal, right? So instead of streaming like this, I stream like this. And when I stream like that, it basically only shows my content to people that have already subscribed. And then we went down this rabbit hole of trying to do vertical, and ever since we've just been meeting so many new friends. I started initially on a platform called Arpan that was also a vertical streaming platform, and this gives me so many of those vibes. Getting to meet new friends is always fun. Bless Malak, a deadly cat, and we have Sam here. Sam is one of our OG friends. She's been here for so long. Years upon years. I, technically, technically have a strain to review today. We could have reviewed a strain yesterday, but there was different staff in the joint, and they don't usually know the process of getting me the buds that I need to review for the establishment. So I'm going to be doing it today. This should be empty. It is. And right here, I have something called Elvis. It's a plant called Elvis. It's very I don't know if this nug is as purple as it could be, but I got to see the plants. This is one of Tinus's strains, and I got to see the plants as they were growing. So I'll show you. I don't know if the lighting is going to be really good here. But look at that little nugsicle. Isn't that beautiful? What are these things? These are flowers. These are flowers. Almost like lavender is a flower. I consider these things flowers. This piece looks like a piece of lavender even, right? You can imagine that on a little lavender stalk. Yeah, I'll put a piece of my flower in here. And then I'll put this piece of flower away. What are these things? Let me know where you're from, Malek. He says no. Suddenly says no. Let me know where you're from. Maybe that could give us, a little bit of perspective about the world you're from. I live in South Africa. I was born here. I lived here. You're from Syria. Wow. Hey, Google, show me where Syria is. Not Syria, please. Please, Syria. I just want to see Syria on the map. Show me the maps, bro. Syria. Syria is all the way up there. All the way up there. And then I'm all the way down there. I'm around this area. In the larger South Africa. How about that, dude? And I live in Bahrain, Syria. Let's see if we can find Bahrain. Syria. Bahrain. Bahrain, Syria. Choo! Oh, that's a while away, actually, from main Syria. Is it a little island? I don't know if this thing is bamboozling me. Maybe this is Syria. No, Syria is all the way up there. I don't think we've ever had a friend joining us from Syria. Exactly. Lavender flowers are common here. You can't see it with bare eyes. Is it too small? Okay. Checks out. Yeah. Seeing it with our bare eyes, you say. This brings me hope. This brings me hope. Getting to meet new friends is something that I feel I am forever grateful for. I think that is why I've been so disheartened. I've been the opposite of hopeful over the last few days because I did enjoy my time staying here. I'm moving soon. I'm moving to a new place in 23 days. I'll be going back home. And where I live, my parents' home, it is on a farm in the middle of nowhere. So in that way, I'm going to be putting myself in an environment again where I won't be having access to friends the same way I used to. It's nice to be able to meet friends in this way. You look like you're having a good free time. I am trying to. I don't know if this perspective that I wanted to show you is as good as it's supposed to be. That's one of the things that I'm thinking about. Maybe I can move you over like this. Yes, look at all of those sexy rocks. Aren't they nice? I do like myself some natures. Do I like this perspective? I don't know. I don't know that I do. Do I like this one more? Makes myself pretty for camera. Yes. Make my hair angry. Boom. Nice. Now to the reviewing of strains. Better than before. Better than before. You like the other perspective? Maybe we'll try this one. Perspective number 3. You get to be tall and I get to be short. You get to look down on me. No, not this perspective. This one isn't the one, is it? Good morning, Sunkin! Hey, Sunkin is here with us again. The one before was better. This one, the one where you can see my hairline, it does have nicer rocks. I do think that's true. Maybe I just need to give you more space. How's that? How's that for a perspective? Is it working? Maybe I'm gonna have to be looking away from you though to read comments and stuff. My mind is so stuck. My mind is stuck. I'm like, no. How can I bring this back to today's stream topic? Hope. Yes, having hope. I'll be going back home. In the time you have been away, you have become a real person. You have, as my family puts it, shed your trog tail. Try not to see this as a failure. It just is the way it is. It's interesting you say those words, Sam. You think I became more of a person over this last while? Like, I'm wondering if it isn't my behavior. Right? Like, are you saying that the perspective of you've been paying attention to the way I act and my attitude or the way I act have changed in a way? The perspective, man. Yeah. Yeah, like I gain a lot of perspective in this way, actually, Malek. You know, because I do open myself up to being seen by multiple people, right? By going live. And you friends do see me and you form some sort of opinion about who I am and what I am and what I'm doing. And I do try and listen to you friends when you share with me what you're noticing. Now for some Elvis. We're going to add some heat and then we're going to have some Elvis. We're going to see what Elvis is all about. Maybe Elvis is nice. Elvis is definitely purple. Heating. There we go. All right. Sam just said, I think this little excursion gave you more experience and more perspective on the outside world. Your horizons have expanded beyond that little farm. Yes, you've changed. Even though this is true, Sam, you've only seen me living on the farm, right? I did go to China before I had that as an experience. And in the same way, I gained a lot of experience and a lot more perspective on the outside world. By the way, this is amazing. It tastes so good. It's gassy and like cookies at the same time. It's like Elvis was on a bus driving to a show, and then they had fresh baked cookies on that bus while Elvis was on the show. And then I walked into that bus, and maybe they were smoking a bit of weed as well. And then I just inhaled all of those fumes. It still tastes good. Oh my goodness. It's very nice. Elvis approved. But in the same way, the China journey changed me too, Sam. So I'm not taking that as a bad thing. I'm not taking it as like, oh no, did I change? I can't believe it. More just, ah, you noticed? Interesting. How about we talk about that? Exactly. Try to discuss and discover new things by them. I really will be doing that this time around. I have noticed at least that I am definitely more capable of just being content and listening to whatever it is you believe truth is. For a while there, I was very involved in trying to unify our understanding of what truth is. But these days, I realize that that is a futile attempt. I can share with people what my truth is, but it doesn't necessarily mean it becomes theirs. Mel, honestly, haven't formed an opinion about who or what you are. That's a hot take, Malal. I do appreciate it. I think it's a good one. What's the topic today, Mal? Today's topic is basically hope, Sun King. And I'm saying basically because hope is something that has a lot of factors, right? Hope can be influenced by your own financial status, hope can be influenced by the friends and opportunities you have around you. Hope can be influenced by the exact place you find yourself living right now. Hope can be influenced by the person who got elected yesterday or not. Hope can be stimulated by the fact that Sri Lanka is now officially a communist state. Let's see how that's going to work. Maybe it will give us some pointers, for our future. So there's a lot of things to be hopeful about, I think, Sun King, right now. And in that way, while at the same time that is true, hope is something that we create, right? Hope is like this energy that bubbles up from us, and hope almost only exists in, you know, I want to say a bad state. Maybe we do hope for more when we're already happy, maybe. But ultimately, you don't usually hope for better days when you are completely contented and you feel every need you have has been met. Right? So, in that way, hope is something that can only be created by us when we are in difficult times. And hope is something that's valuable to our species. Hope is something that's been a massive driving factor for us for a very long time. And in that way, hope is going to remain. You are the thing that is hope in that way, right? Right? Like, think about this. I do believe this intrinsically, that anything to hope for in the future, and we did lightly touch on it a little bit earlier, it's the fact that there are people here with us, right? That there are new friends to meet. That is something to hope about, right? I can be hopeful that there will be a better tomorrow because there are people like you on the planet that are listening, that are absorbing information in a way that I hope at the very least, see what I did there, will apply it to bring more hope into the world retroactively. I just started work, so I hope I can get through the next hours and maintain a high vibe. I am blessing Sun King of the highest vibes. I see him absolutely blasting through work in a way that he feels absolutely good about everything that he had done. I hope he does so well that, upper management buys pizza for the whole office. I don't know if I was taking a jab at upper management or cracking myself up there, or if I was being serious. But yes, huzzah to you, Sun King. You got this, bro. I prefer optimism over hope for some reason. I practice both, Mojo. I do believe I exist in an optimistic state, but at the same time, I am too aware of what's going on in the world to be able to completely rely on optimism alone. If it had to be optimism alone, I think I would get tired real quick. I'm trying to like gauge whether or not the words I'm saying is true. Would I get tired real quick? I have a lot of optimism. I think optimism is my driving factor as well. Hey Google. Yeah, no. Let's talk to a language model instead. We'll talk to one of the better ones. We'll talk to GPT-o1 preview. O1 is apparently the newest, most badassest model. Hope and optimism. Today, me and my friends are having a conversation about hope and optimism, and specifically how they relate. And I'm talking specifically about hope as an energy that we create as a people, and how hope is almost something that we usually only create when circumstances aren't particularly ideal. We find ourselves relying or feeding into this hope energy so that we can continue despite feeling a little bit disheartened in this current moment. And a friend mentioned that they like the energy of optimism a little bit more over hope, or they prefer optimism over hope. So for me, those two energies do not feel like they should be opposed to each other or in conflict with one another. But I would like for you to give us a little bit more to think about. Maybe help us give the audience some novel ideas. Yes, being optimistic is great, but yes, maybe futile and exhausting with the wrong perspective. Yeah, exactly. Sun King knows. Sun King knows what he's talking about. Let's see. Thought for 14 seconds about this, it says. No, take me back. The relationship between hope and optimism is indeed a rich topic that can deepen our understanding of how we navigate challenging circumstances. While something went wrong, no, you're already done. Thank you, though. This is a hefty one. I'll see how many of you friends can manage to stick around. It ends with a conclusion that goes, when we delve into these aspects, your conversation can uncover the subtle distinctions and powerful synergies between hope and optimism, recognizing that they are not opposing forces, but complementary ones that enrich one another. Yes, let's see if it's true. I'm happy that it's coming to that conclusion, because that is what I believe as well. The relationship between hope and optimism is indeed a rich topic that can deepen our understanding of how we can navigate challenging circumstances. While they are closely related and often intertwined, exploring their nuances can reveal unique aspects of each that contribute to our collective and individual resilience. Hope as an active force. It can be a situational energy, where hope often arises in specific contexts where there is a desire for a particular outcome. It is the emotional fuel that propels us forward when facing adversity. Yeah, as in, I have hope in a world where there's a sort of universal basic income, right? Where every single person is at least given some sort of baseline of societal value as an existing thing, as a person, right? Oh, you're a person that exists, that has the capacity to change lives by conversation, it has the ability to, literally change the world, create hope from their souls. Yeah, here, continue doing that, please. That is one of my hopes, and in that way, I have that hope because it's a specific context. I'm hoping for something specific. Agency and action. Hope implies a belief that our actions can influence the future. It's not just a passive wish, but often involves planning and effort towards achieving that goal. Yeah, it's true. It's true. When I hope for a universal basic income, what is my actions and agency going to look like? I feel the best thing that I've been able to do is just talk about it. talk about post scarcity. And it might not be there just yet. I'm more than willing to acknowledge this fact. But we are, as a society, slowly but surely moving towards that being our reality. So we should start thinking about this stuff. Collective creation. As you mentioned, hope is an energy we create together, especially in less than ideal circumstances. It can unify groups, fostering solidarity and a shared purpose. Yeah, again, since UBI seems to be the topic, and again, universal basic income, that feels like something we can all find shared purpose in, right? Collective agreement in. And it doesn't mean we have to abolish our current economic system, right? People can still earn money and more money if they want to, if they can add more value to society, if they're not satisfied with just living life, right? But I feel like we should at least. Is that a Pojo? Woo! Wow! We haven't seen you in a while, and we've been missing you, bro. It's nice seeing your name. Optimism as a dispositional outlook. General expectations. Optimism is a broader lens through which we view the world, in which a general expectation that good things will happen. All right. You see, I think that is really good context to give ourselves, that optimism and hope aren't dispositional necessarily, but situational, where the optimism situation is life in general, and the hope situation is aspects of life that is general, right? Mindset over moment. Unlike the situation nature of hope, literally says it. Unlike the situational nature of hope, optimism is more about one's overall attitude. It's a persistent trait that colors how we interpret events. Then there's the resilience factor. Optimism contributes to resilience by helping individuals bounce back from setbacks due to their positive expectations about the future. I would continue reading, but I feel like the point has been made, actually, Marie, and I want to read your friends' comments because I can see you saying things. I prefer love again. Being optimistic is great, true. See, that's how I feel about hope, sunking. Bless. All fingers are phalanges, but not all phalanges are fingers. Some are toes. I feel like hope can be both optimistic or pessimistic, but optimism is typically hopeful. True. You can hope for people to die. I'm sorry to say it in so many words, but it's true. It's true. That's some pessimistic hope you're holding on to. Could be. Mojo 6. Yeah, certainly. Times me as well. Copium is copium. All of us are eating so much copium. Howdy, friends. I hope your day is filled with optimism. Yay, Joe. Jovan makes smile. That she do. Love you too. I love you three. Hey, Joe. I'm new here. Happy to meet you. True. Sun King is a new friend, Joe. He found us with the vertical stream, Like, we are probably seeing some new friends that haven't been here before again right now. If you're new, subscribe. Well, you can be one of the new friends like Sun King. He's probably going to get to say hi as well now. Swampy, there you are. Hope and optimism are both beautiful sources of energy. Faith in the rhythm is how we overcome our oppositions. Faith in our own ability to adapt and overcome. We must have faith above hope. It's interesting you say that, Jaju, because a part of me almost feels a little bit opposed to faith, right? I don't think I'm a faithful person. Let me see. I'm gonna give myself more perspective. I don't know if I am a faithful person necessarily. I am definitely not a believer in traditional theology, but can you give me a definition of what a faithful person looks like or acts like? I wonder. I think I have faith in humanity, and I say I think because it doesn't, again, it depends, right? If I had to know everything about a group, or if I had to know everything about every single person, and I had to almost like see that as statistics in front of me, that would be humanity. And to say the blank statement that I would trust, I have faith in, now suddenly that faith in it's parts of us that I don't. You know what you know what I say. Yeah, you don't. So okay, a faithful person has integrity. I think I have integrity. A faithful person has commitment and trustworthiness, optimism and hope, and resilience, and empathy and compassion, and is open-minded. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Maybe I am a faithful person. I think I am faithful when it comes to that, but I don't think that's what I meant when I was asking the question. I was asking the question from the perspective of I don't know if I put my faith in things. The actual definition of faith. Maybe I should ask that. In relationship, they're loyal and supportive. Okay, still not what I'm asking. Faith in humanity. Did it say that? Believing in the inherent goodness of people and working towards a more compassionate society. Yeah, I do resonate with that. Faith in principles, upholding ideas like justice, equality, or freedom, and striving to embody them in one's actions. I have faith in love in that way, and I have faith in showing up for love. So, in that way, I try and uphold and embody that in my actions. Faith in oneself, having confidence in one's abilities and potential to overcome obstacles and achieve goals. In essence, being a faithful person is about embodying trust, commitment, and integrity in various aspects of life. It's about holding onto convictions that guide you, provide a sense of purpose and direction, regardless of religious affiliation or belief. All right. Okay. Maybe I am. Maybe I am resonating a lot with you. Maybe faith is more important in that way. We learn. We consciously evolve. Melt, subscribe pitches on point. Thank you, Mojo. I'm usually not into the whole hitting people up to subscribe, but it's been helping. It's actually been helping. Number go up. You wanna see? You wanna see that? It's not a lot. It's not a lot, but it's something. Like it's making a marketable difference, right? Like this is what we were getting doing the horizontal streams, and then we were like losing subs day after day after day after day, and then we started doing the verticals, and then we go it didn't change watch hours much, and then also subscribers up 400% in the last 28 days, because it literally is, with the amount we lose, we usually almost like just stand still. And now for the first time, I think this is technically the highest amount of subscribers we've ever had. 1,309 technically. I think so. Might be. So bless you, friends. Bless you. I know it's not that big a deal, but uh, I feel I feel these days it's almost more of a big deal to me than it was just a while ago. What are you saying, Mel? I'm saying that I should take this more seriously. And I feel I'm happy to be able to do that and still be loved by you friends, to still be supported in the way you do. Sun King, well met, subscribe. These chats have tickled my philosophical mind. That is such an honor. Like, seriously, Sun King, I worry that I am perceived as a pseudo intellectual because I do not think that I'm that smart, to be honest. Especially if you have to compare yourself, which I know you shouldn't do, but I unfortunately do compare myself a lot. And in the brand comparison scheme, and especially with the super intelligent machines that are coming online right now, I don't think I'm that smart. But I really do enjoy the pursuit of philosophy and going down our own minds rabbit holes to see where it leads us, to see what it makes us feel. And I enjoy especially sharing that experience with friends, and this has been a medium for me to do that. So the fact that in your little title of subscribe, these chats have tickled my philosophical mind. That's that tickles my heart too. With theological structures, I even said the word. You're completely right. Look at the definition of the word and apply it to a non-dominational belief. I hope that you felt you resonated with that reading. The words hold significance in my world, even though I carry no religious affiliation. Resonating with you, Brother Bear. Trust is hard to garner. That is true. Hi, I'm back. Hey again, Malek. It's nice having you here once again. We have a pair of new friends as well. Did you bring some with you? Bless. It's nice to meet you. I'm Melt. What's your name? You have a chat window. You can let me know. Maybe, and this might actually be what's happening as well. A lot of the friends that are just popping in and out here might be here on I want to say unlogged in accounts. So they might just be here as a transient soul. They might just be here as a person, not as an account. And they might just back into the cyberspace. But we'll meet again. We'll meet again. It's just a matter of time with this thing that we're creating right now, immortalizing ourselves as digital versions of being, slices of reality, slices of what this thing is, right? You were seeing what a mirror version of myself. There's a lot of world out here. A lot of so much of it. I took a second to consider it, and it overwhelmed me a little bit again. All right. I'm gonna bring it back to reading comments. Hi everyone. I'm heartbroken, feeling like I'm living in a simulation, and big decisions need to be made about going forward. Oh boy, Nancy. I know you're not saying this directly, but if this is something that any of you are thinking or feeling, leaving this simulation, if that's what we're in, isn't going to make the game easier, right? If this is some sort of game we're playing, there are a certain set of rules for our progression in this experience. And leaving the simulation doesn't beget any progression, unfortunately. It does allow you to start the game over, the simulation over, and get to the point where you didn't leave and actually continued with the lessons you were supposed to learn from this experience. And I know that sounds like a lot of hot baloney, especially if you are going to be, and a lot of people are, directly affected by these decisions that are being made for us, in that way. But they are being, like, I watched a documentary on South Korea again today, on North Korea again today. And those people are also choosing to continue living, right? Those people still have hope. Those people still have the drive of existence that pushes them forward, despite living in those circumstances and those conditions. And when you really consider that, it's like, oh, yes, like there are people literally right now living under a dictatorship right now. And they still want to continue living. They still have hope. And then to like retroactively consider your experience right now, the life that you're living, there's a lot to be grateful for. So I do feel you. But I want you to continue, and just like to close out that point, Nancy. No leaving the simulation. Nan, it's hard. I don't know why we need 4 more years of this. But as we have people still arguing around the planet being flat, I suspect that some people need to learn the hard way. Yeah, we're gonna get 4 years of being shown that, they don't really care that much about you. And that it's gonna be like, oh wow, surprise, big surprise. I wouldn't have guessed. And then we'll be given another chance, to make some real change. The next 4 years is going to be school. We're gonna be going to school and we're gonna be learning. So much learning and so much schooling is gonna happen over the next 4 years. Yes. It's gonna be so fun. Yay. Yay, learn! Yay, experience! Yay, I'll be turning 30. I'll be turning 30 by the next election. It's gonna be a big one for me too. We're gonna have fun. I'm sure of it. Love is true. Nancy, I felt the same, but the fact that you are aware means a lot. Let your heart guide you. Melty, there's no shame in being a Sadhguru, a pseudo intellectual. A Sadhguru is a pseudo intellectual. That's also a hot take, but I kind of feel it. I do kind of feel it. Checks out for me. I might have even incorrectly said that word, which feels even more apt in this whole topic. Just one look at X tells you everything you need to know. Cruelty is their platform, and Donnie is their perfect excuse to be the worst possible versions of themselves. But let them be that, Sam. In that way, like all it's really doing, in my personal experience, is like showing me with them. And like there's this whole part of me that cringes because we went down rabbit holes and a lot has changed, right? I've been doing this for a while now. And I remember like 2, 3 years ago when we had the conversation about Irama and, Darantra. And Darantra was for the longest time never really, accepted by me personally. But Irama had some inkling of my respect. And as decisions keep being made, that respect that I have, that willingness to associate keeps melting more and more, as time goes on. And that's fine as well, right? It teaches us who we want to be around and who we want to spend our time with in the future. That's important, right? Because you'll be there in the future wherever it's leading you, and if you don't learn from where you are right now and you don't enjoy where you are right now, then you're going to find yourself then in a more of right now. And right? Some point something has to give. Some point you have to start asking questions. Some point I have to start acknowledging that I don't know everything. And it's kind of liberating. It feels kind of nice. It feels kind of nice not knowing everything for once. I think we as a society spend so much time defending our egos, defending our point of view, defending our person, defending this, that, or the other, has almost like primed us neurologically to always be in this defensive and in that way we have to pretend like we know everything, right? Because as soon as you don't know what you're talking about, you have failed. Your defense has been broken, right? You're now just a push away from being on the ground. And so I feel like that's probably why we're so stuck in that as a narrative. Stay positive. This is the way. Great to see subscribers increasing. Yeah, bless. I've always said Mel's destiny is to be hippie guru to the world. Even though I like that mojo, that idea, 2 years ago, maybe like 3 years ago, would have I would have been like 100%. I would have still been very humble externally about that comment. I would have been like, "Oh, thank you," but my inner ego would have been having a field day. Would have been like, "Yeah, yeah, affirmation." Mojo sees what I want to be as well. This version of Mel just wants to be a friend, right? I don't know if I can be a guru to the world, right? I don't think I'm good enough, to be honest. You know, say it in so many words. I don't think I'm good enough to be planet Earth guru. I can be planet Earth friend. I can be, I can be planet Earth party man, right? I'll dance with you, friends of planet Earth. But guru, that's a tall order. That's a tall order. Maybe I can, like a friend to me. Maybe I can preface what friend means to me, and I think that could also add some perspective. A friend is someone I want to walk side by side with. right? If we're going to, and it does link into this whole topic of hope, if we're going to move somewhere in the future, you would hope you're going there with people that you're gonna like spending time with. And in that way, a friend is someone you walk side by side with towards this collective, this ideal future that we're kind of striving towards. So day by day, I'll walk side by side with you, friends, towards our future. I'm a friend. Thank you, though, Mojo. It does mean a lot, seriously. I'm sorry that your heart is hurting. You are very loved. It's okay to feel that way as well. I hope you know, Nanshi. The milestone of the gods grind late, but it grinds fine. The millstone, not the milestone. The millstone. We may have to wait for justice, but it's left to the universe, Nan. It will be utter. Yeah, it's true. Sam, thank you. That helps. I'm here for Rainbow Tribe vibes. We do dress colorful, Marie, don't we? Um, it's more like this weird to me that my mind went. It's more like this is so weird to me that my mind went to simulation. Ah, I hear you. Like for the longest time, people were like saying stuff like simulation, and you were like, oh, okay, oh, simulation, oh, okay. And now, after the recent turn of events, you're like, oh, simulation. Oh, jeez. And it's a little bit more jarring when it's like that. I feel you, Nanchi. I do feel you. The way that I've seen it is that simulation or not doesn't matter because love is true, right? Because the fact that you are participating and continuing in the simulation is only true because of love, right? You can say you're being coerced, but ultimately, I love taking a breath and letting it out again, right? I love eating food, and I love having conversations with friends, and I love my family, and I love planet Earth, and I love my animals that I get to spend time with, and I love my cactuses, right? So much to love in this experience. So these things is what makes this real. It's what keeps me here. If love wasn't true, then I wouldn't be in that way. So simulation or not, Nancy, love is true. We got this. Nancy, you never struck me as a quitter. I'm glad you aren't here. I'm glad you aren't there. But my heart bleeds with yours while you muck through this trial. Existential self examination is great. Absolutely. Self reflection will often expose unwanted treasures. I like that also. That's very nice. Let them be the worst possible versions of themselves. Yeah, no. Americans have a constitutional duty to not allow that to happen in this case. Even though I get where you're coming from, I think we're saying different things, right? You are talking very literally with their plans for, further self enrichment, and that is in your mind the worst versions of themselves that they're trying to be right now. But I'm saying that we should let them because they're killing all the trust we have in this monetary system that used to exist, right? Like that is ultimately what is happening as well. So, something's got to give. We are going to move towards a post scarcity future. It's not that far away anymore. It might even, like, again, by the time there's new US elections, there will be so many robots on planet Earth, so many different AI agents, that the question of, economy and post scarcity society will be more on the forefront of everybody's minds than ever before. We'll be ready for the changes we need to make. We're going to school right now. We're going to some school, right? And in that way, if these entities that are taking advantage of these systems that be are showing blatantly their hands, in the cookie jar, like, oh, look at me putting hand in cookie, take photo of me, put hand in cookie jar. Let them do that. That's what I'm saying, Sam. It's like, let them. It's like, okay, you would act like a scumbag for the whole world to see? All right. You know, we're living in a internet society, right? Like, we will remember. The AI will remember. The super intelligent AI you're creating will know this about you too. And it will come to a conclusion about that. And I was like, oh, this person takes historically takes advantage of people like a lot. Maybe I shouldn't be supporting them in doing more of that. And that is, in a case scenario, the super intelligent AI has some sort of moral compass. Who knows? Like, let's not even go down that rabbit hole right now. So I can agree, and your heart advice will be well considered. Sam, exactly. I've seen enough of the worst. Self reflection can expose unwanted treasures, yet they are treasures just the same. Utilities for our evolution, exactly. The worst was on eggs bragging, your body's our choice forever. Did someone say that? I'm guessing, yeah, like it was just someone, some fucking asshole who said shit like that. Nah, I'm not cooperating with that. I'm not allowing that to be in my space. I'm not allowing that to live in my country. That stuff's not happening in South Africa, by the way. Just so you know, like, uh, um, gay rights have been very good for a very long time here in South Africa. We have very good policies on women's reproductive rights as well here in South Africa. Like, what's keeping you, Sam? I'm joking. I'm totally joking. Jokingly, he says. Jokingly. Sun King agree. Love is true. Self-reflection can expose. It's true. My mind swirls in these current events. I just know that I must do inner work to make sure that my disappointment doesn't cloud my eyes to goodness or take my attention from this experience. I agree. I like that idea of friend melt. Through the bountiful times and the times of lack, our friends walk shoulder to shoulder with us. Smile at it all. Everything is a mirror. Yeah, I think you and me understand exactly, Connor. I mean, there's more of you friends that probably share the same sentiment, but just in you saying that, I completely feel you, man. Feeling this mirror, me and you staring into a mirror. Nanshi, I get caught up in that simulator stuff too. I usually take 3 steps back and try and find a small point of focus so that I can retract from that headspace of contemplation and assessment. That's good advice. I like that, Joe. Such good knowledge shared. True. Keep it simple. This is the best. I'm back on Prolosec for a little while. Anti-anxiety med? No, trying to derail the moment. Not trying to derail the moment, but I have counted 5 new alligators in my habitat, and I'm super excited about it. 5 new alligators. That's cool. Are they still small little baby ones, or are they just like alligators that rocked up that used to live somewhere else and now live with you? Is it one of those situations? I now got 5 more alligators, Florida man says. And you know what the best part is? He's not lying. Like, I know Florida man. His name is Pojo. He has alligators. He has turtles too. This is probably a bad idea, is it? It's kind of working. This is what I just did. I just propped it up. uh, maybe I can even do this. Oh. No, this is like super uncomfortable, just for what it's worth. Like, this thing is not made for backrests. This is a bunch of rocks. Mm, giant African tortoises too. Did me and you tell them about the tortoises at the same time? I think so. Uh, little one, big ones too. Nice. Do you nickname them? They are basically dinosaurs, bro. Precious little swamp puppies. Oh, you really are swampy. It's perfect. Swamp puppies. That's cracking me up right now. I've heard it before, but still. What a difference in worlds we live in. We have some interesting critters here in South Africa too. We do have crocodiles. I don't think we have alligators. I've seen my fair share of crocodiles. I've fed things to crocodiles. I, and I don't know, this is a point of pride. It's more like a point of I was a 12-year-old and I thought it to be cool. Uh, I have a piece of alligator skin that's made to be like a wrist piece. What do you, an armband? An arm strap? Imagine a crocodile tail that wraps around onto itself. And I didn't wear it once. Not a single time did I wear it. But it looked so cool. Did feel nice as well. I wonder if I think I might still know where it is. In the material world. So convincing. When the wind moves my hair and tickles my nose, it itches. Stop. Bracelet? Wristband? Yeah, like it was this thick, right? But it went around. Hey Google, can you show me a crocodile wristband? Hey Google, show me images of crocodile wristband. Ah, yes, the wonders of technology. Hey Google, show me photos of a crocodile leather wristband. Sorry, I'm not sure if you're talking to me. I was so clearly talking to you, bro. I was. You know what? I'm going to cease my suffering. Yes, no more talking to that machine. It was nice, okay? It was totally nice. I just don't think I had what it takes to rock that style. I think I had to be Crocodile Dundee. I need to have like a knife this big on me at all times if I want to wear something like that, I think. I don't feed them. I just talk to them. The biggest gator is friendly. The little ones are curious though. They come up in the yard and explore the shoreline. Huh. Like, I'm a person who contemplates and meditates, right? So I might find myself with my eyes closed, sitting on said shoreline, just listening to the birds and such, right? So in such a circumstance, Joe, do you continue to meditate or do you vamonos to get away from the crocodile that's now encroaching on your space? Bracelet wristband, feed them. Have we been on vertical for an hour now? It has been an hour. You know what? That I think is the call to awareness. We are going to start doing a horizontal one now. We usually do it only horizontal, Marie, but we're gonna start doing it now soon. If you're not subscribed, do, and then I'll see you soon. We do this every day. Thank you, friends. Goodbye for now. Loves you. Oh, wait a second. Let me just read the comments that are left. Meow now. Was that a wild experience or just a regular Tuesday? Am I missing comments? I think I was potentially. Yeah, I was missing comments. 20-foot gator come walking by my parked car the other week. Goodness, 20-foot gators do not exist. How do you know? How do you know? Was you there? Was you there, Joe? It might have been 22 feet gator. I saw, bro. It was like a centipede, bro. It was so trippy. I didn't know that gators could have that many feet. Melt feet are a unit of measurement. A bad unit of measurement. I'm sorry. I had to check out for a bit, came back, and we're talking about crocodile wristbands. Yeah, we're talking about crocodiles in general. I don't know how we got here. We got, oh yeah, what? We got, we got derailed. Not trying to derail the moment. Yeah, but it was good. I'm happy that we took a little bit of a detour. It was nice. Welcome to the vibe, Sun King. This shit just sure that happens. Yeah, exactly. You don't know where the stream will end up. You know, if you think you can tune out of stream and know what I'll be talking about 5 minutes from now, that's that's very optimistic. Very, very brave of you to believe such things. I highly recommend the great song called Poke Salad. Annie? Never heard that one. Haters got your grannies. It's on YouTube. 16 footers exist though, out up to 20, and they are terrifying. Sam Myers, I dig it. That's the unit of measurement made to the moon first, yo. Imperial units forever. Sam, come on. Metric units are better. Like, we're not gonna have this conversation. I'm not having this conversation. I'm like, this is like trying to convince a kid that they have to go to sleep at 8 p.m. because it's good for them and they're gonna be up at 6 tomorrow morning, right? Like, I'm not gonna have this conversation with you. We're going to bed now. Breaks down you, tells them that pirates who invented us from converting Joe. I mean, it's still up to you. Like, you can be like, oh yeah, but the pirates. No, it's your fault now. Right now, it's your fault because you're not changing. Metric units are better. If they really would, we would have adopted them. You are adopting them. It's already happening slowly but surely. NASA has already adopted the metric system. Checkmate, Sam. Peace out. I'm going to do a horizontal one next. I love you, friends. Thank you for sharing this moment.